What's good, my people? What's good, my people? It's your boy Dev back with another video, and in today's video we got another playoff preview. It's going to be the number 3 seed in the East versus the number 5 seed in the East. That's going to be the Boston Celtics versus the Miami Heat. This is the first time in NBA history that the number 1 seed or number 2 seed isn't in the Eastern Conference Finals or the Western Conference Finals. In this case, it'll be Eastern Conference Finals. But we're going to go over the lineups. We're going to go over my keys to victory. We might go over a few matchups, and then we'll get into my prediction at the end of the video. But before we get into the video, if you could subscribe to my channel at Break It Down Dev, that'd be amazing. Sub to my boy Jackson's channel at Jackson Kruger Sports, that'd be dope. Like the video, share the video with any friends that's fans of Boston or Miami. But let's get into these starting lineups to start off the video. So we have Daniel Theis at the center position for the Celtics. He's averaging 9 points and 7 rebounds. Everyone seems to keep forgetting about Daniel Theis and what he means to this team. He is an excellent team defender who knows how to move his feet, get himself in the best position for the Celtics on defense, and then he's a pick and pop player to let their guards and wings drive to the basket while he's sucking out that defense out the paint for them. Who he sucks out the defense out the paint for is Jason Tatum. On a lot of plays they run this pick and roll or pick and pop. Jason Tatum averages 25. Let me not just say Jason Tatum's a pick and pop player. He's an ISO player, he's a post up player, he's a star in this league and definitely has arrived. Who's averaging 25 points, 45% from the field, 42% from 3, 4 assists, 10 rebounds, a block and a steal a game. Jaylen Brown is another wing. He averages 21 points, 8 rebounds, a block, a steal, while he's shooting 43% from the field, only 30% from deep. But I like the way I like his shot selection and what he's putting up from deep. So I think those will start dropping a little bit more if he's the player that I thought he was going into this playoffs. Marcus Smart has been electric off of the bench coming into this playoffs for the Boston Celtics, and I see them sticking with him in the starting lineup even if Gordon Hayward comes back, who's averaging, or Marcus Smart is averaging 13.6 rebounds, 4 assists, 40% from the field and 35% from 3 while getting still a game. And then Kemba Walker is their last star on their team that needs to up his games for them to make it to the finals, who's averaging 20 points, 5 assists, 45% from the field, only shooting 28% from deep and averaging a steal a game as well. He's going to have to play a lot better in this series. Him and Goran Dragic will have a key to victory later on in the video. Bam Adebayo is a center for the Heat, who's averaging 16 points, 12 rebounds, shooting 54% from the field and 5 assists. He really runs this team's offense sometimes on some, I wouldn't say really. Goran Dragic and Jimmy Butler really runs this offense, but Bam is able to create his own shot. He's able to get a rebound and push the button, push the ball up the court. Jay Crowder is their power forward, who's averaging 13 points, shooting 40% from deep and 6 rebounds a game. And I really love his shot selection in those last 2 series that he had, knocking down even tough shots and just always being in a rhythm and in motion and ready to catch and shoot it. Jimmy Butler is their star on their team, averaging 22 points, 48% from the field, 47% from deep, getting to the line 10 times a game and knocking down 9 of them and getting 6 rebounds a game, and Mr. Clutch fourth quarter for them. Duncan Robertson is only averaging 11 points, shooting 40% from deep and 3 rebounds. Everyone's team defense seems to be trying to stay on his hip, not letting him get an inch to get up any shots. A lot of his shots are coming off of offensive rebounds and play breakdowns and defensive breakdowns. Goran Dragic is their second best player, you could say, on their team, or the third behind Bam. Well, in the playoffs, he's been playing like one or two behind Jimmy Butler, who's averaging 21 points, 46% from the field, 38% from deep, while averaging 4 rebounds and 4 assists a game. My keys to victory are a lot of the matchups in this series, and that first matchup is Kemba versus Goran. While Kemba has been going down on the roller coaster, Goran has been going up on the roller coaster. Goran is averaging 21 points a game. He's playing way better defense and ever since he's taken over that starting point guard spot, he's been looking like the Goran of old from Phoenix, when he was a player that you had to respect and put him in the game, the defensive game plan. Kemba, on the other hand, playing against the Raptors might have figured out the blueprints to stop the Celtics. Kemba is the head of the snake, even though Jason Tatum is the best player on the Celtics. If Kemba isn't going, then the Celtics aren't usually going, and they were able to keep him out of the Raptors were able to keep Kemba out of the paint, showing him that boxing one and really slowing him down. And if Kemba is going to continue to play this way, I don't see the Celtics win. And if Goran continues to play this way, I think the Heat have a way better chance to win this series. The next matchup is the Jimmy Butler versus Jason Tatum matchup, and these are the two best players on both teams. Jason Tatum is averaging 25 points a game, 45% from the field, 41% from deep, while Jimmy's averaging 22 points a game, shooting 48% from the field and 50% from deep. Now, I know both of these players are going to play their ass off, so I really don't want to say one of them is a key to victory, because I know both of them are going to put their teams in a position to win, and it's going to become who plays better around them. Now, Jimmy is the clutch player, but Jason Tatum is clutch as well. He's young and he's arrived. Everyone knows who he is, and they're going to definitely give him the ball and let him go to work. I don't want Gordon Hayward to come back and then steal his touches and slow him down, not give him as many looks at the rim and opportunities to take over this series. Now, the last matchup that we're really going to look at is the Bam Adebayo versus Daniel Theis matchup. Now, like I said earlier, Daniel Theis is a nice centerpiece. He doesn't get as much credit as he deserves to, and what he does for this defense. He's not tall, he's 6'8", but he knows how to put himself in the best position to win battles and win one-on-ones against Joel Embiid, and to beat who else did they play? They played Marc Gasol, completely knocked him out of the series, made him look like a non-factor. But Bam is the better offensive player, he's the better defensive player, he's more athletic, he's young, he can pass, he can dribble, and if Bam isn't playing the way he played in this playoff so far, and Daniel Theis is able to slow him down just a tad bit, I can see Boston squeezing out this victory. Now, let's get into the benches of both teams, and then we'll get into the coaches a little bit, and then we'll go to my predictions. So, the Brad Wanamaker is the sixth man off the Celtics bench, who averages 5 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. No players on the Celtics bench really gets minutes. They really like to play their stars and keep them in the game and keep them hot. Robert Williams is their big off the bench, who's averaging 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 78% or 76% shooting from the field. And he's a lot faster foot speed than Enes Kanter, and was able to play a better role for them in that last series. That's why Enes Kanter really didn't get too many minutes or play that many games. He's only had 6 games played in this playoffs. Enes Kanter but in those 6 minutes, or in those 6 games he's played, he's averaged 13 points and 5 rebounds. And then the last player we need to worry about is Gordon Hayward. We're going to see if he comes back this series. He's averaging 12 points in the playoffs, 4 rebounds, and we'll see if they can find a way to get him going without slowing down that starting lineup and everything else that the rest of the Celtics have going for them. On the Heat's bench, their best player and their sixth man is Tyler Hero, who's averaging 15 points, 40% from deep, and 40% from the field. While giving you 5 rebounds a game, and just looking like a veteran in this league, especially to be a rookie and averaging 15 points on a playoff team that's in the Eastern Conference Finals right now is amazing to see. Andre Iguodala is another wing off the bench, who's averaging 4 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Kendrick Nunn, like we talked about earlier, is a nice point guard off the bench who could start on a decent amount of teams, and for him to get more minutes and to get back into the flow of the offense, he's going to have to get his 13% shooting from deep way up to continue to put him in the game. If that stays that far down, I don't see him staying in the game for too much longer. And then they're big off the bench is Kelly Olynyk, who's averaging 7 points and 5 rebounds, and if he's able to continue to pick and pop and knock down those shots, I can see him continuing to have minutes. When it comes to the coaches of these two teams, Eric Spoelstra and Brad Stevenson, I would say it's a draw. They both are excellent young head coaches. Eric Spoelstra isn't young and Brad Stevenson isn't young, but they're not 50 yet, and they know the league and are able to put their teams in the position to win and give them a fighting chance every game and every series. So now let's get into our predictions. So Vegas has the Celtics winning this series. A lot of ESPN has the Celtics winning this series, but if I'm looking at the complete team, I like the Heat in this matchup. And especially if Gordon Hayward comes back, and I see Brad Stevenson giving him a lot of minutes that he doesn't deserve, and is going to slow down this offense. I just see the Heat and what they know. They've been through it. They just beat the Bucks, the number 1 seed, and I just think they're gonna be able to sneak this one out in a 7-game series. So let me know in the comments if you think the Celtics are going to win this series. Let me know if you think the Heat will beat them in a sweep, if you think they'll beat them in 5 games or how many ever games. Like the video for me, sub to my channel at Break It Down Dev, sub to my boy Jackson's channel at Jackson Kruger Sports. I want to thank y'all for watching my video. Stay easy.